Welcome to Perspectives on Islam from a non-Muslim. I often suggest to people that they research Islamic doctrine on their own to make sure that they understand what the doctrine says and that they're getting the original doctrine, not somebody's opinion. It's always better to deal with facts, but I thought it would be a good idea to produce a little tutorial to give people an idea how to do that and show them how very easy it is. So there is a document in the description below this video that provides the links for what I'm going to show you today and says a little bit more about it. So this is just going to be a demonstration. So we'll start with the Quran. Now this is a search engine, and I find it to be a good one because it provides all of the different chapters or surah of the Quran. And let's just give an example. We'll start with the first one here. And then you can do it with or without the images. Take the images off. There it is. And you can have several translations. There we go. And then you can compare the translations, but these are done by eminent scholars. I recommend using them. And if you'll look down, for example, in the first chapter of the Quran, what does it say? It's a prayer. This is said 17 times a day. And you can see the difference in the translations. Some of them are quite plain. The path on those whom you have bestowed your favor, not those who have evoked your anger. Some are more detailed, and they explain exactly who is being referred to here. For example, Khan, this is the translation I usually use because it's very specific. It says, on those you have bestowed your grace, not the way of those who have earned your anger, such as the Jews, nor those who went astray, such as the Christians. Now, this is important information to have. And because a lot of the doctrine, in fact, most of the doctrine is actually about the non-Muslim. So it's something that if you're non-Muslim, you want to know, what does it say about you? So this is the Quran, and you can search the Hadith just as easily. Well, when you look at the doctrine of Islam, what matters is the life and traditions of Muhammad, who provides the example for Islam. And this is called the Sunnah. So the Sunnah is found in his the Sirah, the biography of Muhammad, but especially in the Hadith. And the Hadith are the stories and traditions about Muhammad that were passed down. I use this search engine, and as you can see, there are many collections of Hadith. There are the 6 best collections. They're considered the best. But let's just search a word here. For example, dog. Okay, you can search any topic that interests you. So what do we show here? Okay, so this Hadith, except a hunting dog, the Prophet ordered dogs to be killed. Tirmidhi, this is one of the 6 best collections, considered one of the 6 best collections of Hadith. Whoever acquires a dog, with the exception of a dog to guard livestock or a farm dog, a qirat is deducted from his reward. So it's not encouraged. Ibn Maha, the messenger of Allah, commanded that dogs be killed. So that's what happens when you look up dog. So we have the Quran. You can look things up yourself, and I highly recommend that. And then we have the Hadith of Muhammad. And there are a lot of Hadith. Like I said, you can look up specific books, and they're laid out like this. But the easiest thing I find is just to search the topic that you're interested in. Now, another thing that is very important is the Sirah, the biography, the life of Muhammad. Now, there are several biographies, for example, Ibn Kathir and Muir, but this one is considered one of the most authoritative. It's the first one, and it was written by Ibn Ishaq and preserved by his student Hisham and translated by Guillaume. So I use this quite a lot, and there are different ways to use it. For example, you can use the table of contents, Muhammad's migration to Medina, his wars, triumph, and death. And it is very difficult reading, I will say, but it is certainly worthwhile. You might want to start with Muhammad's call and preaching in Mecca, but whatever you like. But again, you can search this. I use the control find option. And for example, expeditions. Let's see, what does it say about expeditions? A summary of Muhammad's raids and expeditions. What else might we want to look up? Booty. Okay, 53 examples of booty. All right, so you can see that booty was very important, informative Islam, and it is part of the Sunnah of Muhammad, so it is still important to this day. Now, something people are hear about quite often is Sharia. Now, it's important to understand that Sharia is not a book, it's not a collection of laws like we're used to in non-Islamic countries, something that can be changed. Sharia is eternal because Sharia is the ordained way of the Quran and the Sunnah of Muhammad. It's all Sharia. Now, this is a Sharia manual, and it's only for convenience to look up specific situations. So again, you can use the table of contents, marriage, divorce, justice, inheritance, and you can also use at the end, we have an index, and it's a very good index. But again, I quite often search, so I'll use the control F option, and it's a shortcut. And let's look up a couple of things. So we can look up jihad. Whoa, there's 106 references to jihad. There you are, holy war. It's in the jihad against, fleeing from combat, etc. So let's, oh yes, and then there's a whole section there, 09. Let's look up virgin. What does it say about virgin? Okay, 10 references to virgin. It is recommended for a man to marry a virgin. Guardians who may marry a virgin to a man without her consent. So if you want to learn about Sharia in a nutshell, you can use this manual. I highly recommend downloading both of these, and the instructions where to find it, how to do it, are in the document that's connected below. Now, there are a couple of websites that are repositories of information. One of them is CSPII. And if you go to their Learn More page down to research and click on it, you'll find all of these subjects in the right column here that you can click on, and they will show you, for example, let's say anti-Jew text in the trilogy, how much of it there is, and then the anti-Jew text in the Quran, the Sirah, the Hadith, and you can open it up. And there you go, it's listed for you. And if you use this search engine here, it's a repository. It keeps track of battles that are happening today, but you can also go to the Quran and look at Quran topic index. And the reason I'm showing these two websites is because they have they use the foundational doctrine. So if you go into one of these, for instance, veiling, there'll be a little write-up about it, but look, they also provide the doctrine itself from the Hadith, the Sirah, the biography. So that's all I wanted to show you today. I hope you found this interesting, and I hope you'll have a look at the document attached in the description below, which provides all the links and everything that you will need to do this yourself. Thank you.